Going live, and here we are. Special edition, late night. Dave's had enough. Episode 19. Gamernate lied for the last time, pretty much, and left YouTube. How's it going, old dirty?
What's going on, Dave? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dirty.
Pretty much today or tonight, Nate said that I called his mother and pretty much blasted him out. Blasted her out or whatever. I don't even have his mom's number. I have a number for Nate. It's I'll show you the numbers just here in a second after I answer Shaner's answer or question what he left or his comment on my channel. Um, oh, um, Pretty much Nate made a video threatening me, saying that he was gonna, pretty much you saw the video, right? Old Dirty, what did he say in the video?
Yeah, I seen it. I mean, he was just going off. He showed a knife. He pulled the knife down out of his truck. Talking about he was gonna slit some throats and stuff like that. So,
And then I had a subscriber. I don't know if I'm pretty sure he's a subscriber. He said to me, his name is, I think he took his video or did he take it down? Oh, hold on. No, he did. No, he didn't take his comment down. Alright, he goes. This is Beware Winter is Coming. Whoever this is. He says, I've known Nate for 5 years. He's not lying. No way. You can't fake that kind of anger. Did you even see the video? That was rotten of you. You fucked up. You fucked up. Then he writes, the only other possibility is that perhaps someone else called his mother and thought it was you, or perhaps someone with Nate's number, like one of his YouTube friends, called his mother and was trying to make it look like it was you. I could actually see this as a possibility. However, there is no way in seven hells he was lying about someone calling his mother. That is certain. And then I wrote to him, I'll prove that I didn't call him and he called me. Just saying. Then he writes, I'm not denying that he called you. Read my comment again. There's no way Nate was lying. Either someone who has his number, a fellow troll, or someone was impersonating you, or he just thought it was you. But as I said, there is no way in seven hells Nate was lying about this. I know Nate. And I know that this is certain. Someone called his mom. I'm trying to get a hold of Nate right now, but he's not answering. Well, to this viewer, beware, winter is coming. Whoever you could be, I don't know. Your name sounds like a troll. Let's look at your account for a second. Oh, what do you know? Let's see. How many subscribers do you got? I bet you it's like one. He does have videos. But it don't say his well, I don't know if you can see that. It don't say his subscriber count, so I don't know. Beware winter is coming. No, and all his videos, all the videos he's got are links of other people's videos, so come on, man. Come on, Nate, come out of the shadows. This is you. Well, anyways, so I tonight was watching the Sons of Anarchy, like I told you, old dirty, when I was talking to you previous, when I was like, hey man, I'll call you after Sons of Anarchy. Well, I got two calls during this while I was watching my show, and here is one call. I don't even know if they could see it on. Damn it, I don't think they can see that now, right?
let me see.
Probably not.
Yeah, yeah, it's too.
Hold on, wait a second. Maybe if I dim the lights. Let me see.
You might have to dim the light on the phone, maybe.
No, it ain't gonna show up.
Yeah, you got to dim the brightness on that
Oh,
phone.
okay, okay. Do you see it now? It's still too bright, huh?
Yeah, it's still a little bit too bright. You can see like today. I think it say today, but Yeah, okay, there you go. You can see it now.
All right, does people see the second number that says 2 next to that? The second number. That's a Texas number. See it? You see the two slash next to it? I'm going to click on it. This is the number that called me. It says missed, missed on it. Do you see that? It says missed.
Yep.
Okay. That is a Texas number. That is the number that called me. The number is 832. People check this out on a if you put it in Google or whatever. 832-705-0720. That is the number it called me. When it called, it said Texas. I didn't answer it. So what I was planning, I guess Nate was planning, if I answered it, he could record me talking, saying I left some message. I did not answer the phone. Now this is the number that I got for Nate. I'm going to show everybody. The number I got for Nate is a 281 number.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 281-739-1294. Let me just make sure people can see it. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the number I got from Nate. So this other number from Texas called me. Who else could it be? I didn't answer it. And that was on my recent calls. That was on when I click on recent calls, that's the number that shows up.
Oh, okay.
Just so you guys know, so you see that. So pretty much, come on guys. And pretty much, if I did do, I would never do nothing like that. In all honesty, I would never do nothing like that. This is not me. I don't care about this. I dropped 3 videos on Nate because he kept coming. I was having fun with this. That's all. I didn't expect it to escalate this far. I was just trying to get a point across. I was like, hey, the guy's a phony. He's not a gamer. I was sick of his shit because he acts like your friend and then he's not your friend. The minute he changes consoles, he's trying to tell people that I'm like that, trying to portray me like him, saying I don't talk to people unless you're on my console of choice. Well, when Nate changes consoles like underwear, he pretty much don't talk to the people that was on the last console. And everybody on YouTube knows this. And I'm sure his buddy NextGen720 knows this too, because I've seen him mention this in a podcast. And I'm pretty sure NextGen720's got that Nate intervention on there, where Nate literally says in the video himself that he feels like he can't talk to people unless he's on that console. He said it in a podcast before, and I'm sure that podcast is still up. Check it out, the Gamernate 78 intervention. I'm sure it's still up on NextGen720's video. Nate's a liar. And then he threatened me in the video, like pulled a knife out like the Ashvillian, and I just said my piece back to him, but I never expected to go this far. It was kind of just fun. And like you said, man, RXL pretty much faked his death on YouTube, and he didn't even go after RXL like that,
Yeah, I found that kind of weird, kind of odd when I first heard the video of RXL. I'm like, how RXL know that the man is dead? You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching the video and it was over. I'm like, how did he come up, with this? Out of everybody on YouTube that probably know Nate or got, Nate's number or whatever, how was he the one to know that, he so-called passed away? And then out of the blue, here come Nate talking about, well, I'm not dead, but I got a lot of subscribers. Thanks. Like, what?
RXL faked his death. But I'm on here just trolling him because I'm trying to show people that he's a fucking phony, just like everybody else has done in this community. But I was being real about it as a friend. He's pretty much shit on me enough times to where he was me and Meat's buddy. Everybody was on PlayStation, And then the minute he trades in his console, he don't care about you no more. What kind of person is that, you know? And I'm gonna take some questions from the viewers. I'll answer any question about this. Write your questions. I got 3 viewers. Hold on, I'll send you the question thing. I've done this once before. Send out the question. Ask me any question. I showed you guys the call that that was my last phone call. You know that he's called me. The 2 on here. You see it good now, huh?
Yeah.
The second to the top. That's Nate calling me on this weird number. I got Nate's number, his actual number. This is another Texas number. I don't know why he was trying to call me from that number. I did not answer it. I knew it was like a setup, so I didn't bother with it. You know, I didn't want it to come to this, to where Nate had to shut his channel down over this. I didn't know he was that upset, you know. I didn't mean to upset him that bad, you know. Anybody wants to ask any questions, I'll answer them tonight. I'm going to be on here for about another 15 minutes, so go at it. But I did not ever do nothing like that. I would never call nobody's mother off of YouTube and sit there and say stuff, especially a grown man that, you know, I hate to say it, shouldn't be living with his mother, you know, unless he had to or something, you know, unless you're, you know, the situation, maybe you're really honestly taking care of your mother or something, or you shouldn't be giving your number out to people like your mom. Would you give out your mom's number to somebody?
Nah, never.
And he didn't give his mom's number to me. I'm just saying this, you know. I didn't have the number I got for Nate is, I'll show it again. Gamernate 78. That's the number I got for Nate. You know, I didn't have this other number, this other Texas number that called me, and when it showed up, it was a Texas number. You know, 2 times he called me. At what time was it? Just so I know. 10:48. So, and then that video dropped. He threatened me. Said he was gonna come here and kill me. You know, blah 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 blah. You know, I was just speaking the truth. You know, in all my other videos about Nate. You know. Nate don't like the truth, but let me see if I get any questions. If this thing works, I'm going to see if there's any questions. Does anybody have any questions? Let's see. I send it out. I'll send it again. But yeah, pretty much, I feel sorry in a way Nate's left YouTube over this. You know, it is what it is. You know, I think he just realized he's just lying a lot, you know. Now he's going to like extreme measures, like saying that I called his mother, and you know his mom is in the hospital, but I didn't know he would use something like that, try to say I called his mom, you know, on her phone at the hospital and left a message over YouTube. Come on, people. I'm 30 years old. You think I'm going to do that? Do you think I'm going to do that, old dirty?
Nah, man, it's crazy because I seen the video before. You told me that he shut his channel down, you know. So I don't know. It maybe, you know, from what you read in the comment from the guy saying, you know, maybe it was somebody that was trolling him. They got his number, or you know, if that's what happened, you know, you don't know. You know, we just listening to what he said on a video, you know. And you know he was mad or whatever, but like the guy said, you know, you can't fake that. I mean, you can fake that you're angry. You know, you can't do that. Not saying that Nate was faking that he was angry, but I mean, you can't fake like you're angry if you want to. If you really want to, you can. So I mean, you say you didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You showing that Nate called you twice, you know, from this Texas number. So I mean, who knows? Maybe it was a troll that, you know, that Nate probably knew, and they called and left this, you know, on his, you know, mother's phone or whatever, you know. So I don't know. It's crazy. It is
I
fucking
didn't mean
crazy.
to run the fat bitch off of YouTube, but you know, it is what it is.
But if that didn't happen, then I just feel sorry for him. because you don't do nothing like that, with your
When you're lying like that, you deserve to shut your fucking channel down.
you don't do nothing like that with your moms, man. I don't care if she was in the hospital or not. You don't make up something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. RXL said, did Nate shut his YouTube channel down, or did he trade it in?
That's messed up. That's messed
All right,
up.
another viewer, Yokozuna, what's up, buddy? He goes, Nate is going to trade in his Xbox in 2 months. That is true. I wouldn't even give it 2 months. Another guy, DeMarcus Butler, what are your thoughts on Nate closing his channel after the last video? Like I said, man, I wasn't going to make all these videos to do with Nate. He kept dropping more videos on me. So I'm not going to let some fat fucking missing tooth son of a bitch keep making videos about me saying I'm dancing, when he's actually the one fucking, he didn't have shit to really say back to me. I don't even know why he was making videos just fucking embarrassing himself. I mean, I got material on fucking Nate for days. I mean, and it's all true, His girlfriend did have a vaginal infection. It is true. I'm not lying. He told me this. He said he
Stop,
couldn't have sex with her.
it just don't sound right, man. I'm keep getting ugly images in my head, man. It just don't sound.
Said he just loved her so much. He said the vaginal infection. I said, Nate, I said, you didn't stick your dick in that shit, did you? He's like, no, no, no. I said, did you ever think maybe it was herpes? And he didn't know. It's Nate. Never been with a woman before, but that's the first time. Who really knows if he was with a woman? You don't know what it was. The next person, Lemerj1. I don't want to mess your name up. Why Gamernate is fat, Gamernate is sad, Gamernate is a pussy for life. But pretty much, I didn't ever intend it to go this far. I never called Nate. I proved that in this podcast that we'll upload to YouTube so you can look at it again. I did not call him. He called me, or whoever called me from Texas. Who else could that be? Let me see if any questions came through. I don't think nobody knows how to use the question thing. But this is just a special podcast. We'll let it go a little bit longer, just see who else comments, But, I mean, that's my side of the story. I mean, if you watch my videos, you'll see. How's it going, RXL?
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I gotta tell you, these videos back and forth have been some of the most entertaining shit I've seen in the last week.
I didn't know it was gonna run him off of YouTube.
He'll be back. He can't help himself.
He's got addiction.
He's addicted to food.
And
he's addicted to like 3 or 4 different things.
But you know what? Like I was telling Dave, I was like, okay, he shut his channel down. Did that really happen? With his, his sick mom. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's not,
that Gaming is back up. He said, "Shut the fuck up, Dave. You lying sack of shit." So is the channel back up? Can it be back up, RXL? Can he shut it down and bring it back up?
He could have had it to private or something.
Well, Nate, why don't you come in here if I'm a lying sack of shit?
Why doesn't he show the voicemail?
Yeah, show the voicemail, Nate. Please. I will shut my channel down for good if you can show me a voicemail with me cursing at your mom.
I just think it's funny how when people like bash Nate and diss him, it's always like with shit that he's admitted himself or things that are true. But when he attacks other people, he feels the need to make up things, and he lives in a fantasy land.
Somebody said, James Wade, it's probably his dad. He's gonna whoop you, son, or whatever. The funny thing is, you wish that you pretty much faked his death on YouTube, and he didn't even get that mad at you. He gets mad at me for pretty much just saying it how it is. You know, I did tell nothing but the truth, you know, in every video, but I didn't wish death on the guy. You know, I didn't fake his death. He had nothing but he thanked you for that. You know, he should be thanking me for pretty much showing how much of a fat, sorry son of a bitch he is on YouTube. You know,
He thanked
I
me
think.
because YouTube is so important to him. Like anything that will get him like 20 or 30 subs, like he will be grateful for. Like if I spit in his face and it gave him 20 subs, he'd be like, "Thank you, RXL."
Like a little
Wow.
peasant. I mean, but I showed the whole thing. He called me. What do you think it was, RXL? Let's hear your opinion. Why do you think Nate was calling me? Was you think he was wanting to get me on the phone to start saying stuff so he could record it, or what was the deal with him calling me?
I have no idea. At first, I thought like maybe like you called him and thought it was him, and then he like heard the voicemail later. But then I had to realize that what a liar that Nate is, and then it kind of made sense. Like, oh, Nate probably heard the voicemail and just like made up this huge story about his mother or something.
I mean, I never thought he would literally get on a video and say. I mean, I guess he had nothing else he could say to me after I just fucking pretty much bashed him. You know, what else could you say from that? Even Clown Meat said, like, what could he possibly say besides lie as usual? You know.
Mm. That's messed up.
I mean, I didn't, but I never intended it to go this far, like, you know, to this many videos, but I've been enjoying it the whole time, don't get me wrong.
You know what? I didn't even know it was going to actually go this long. I mean, go this far.
Oh, I didn't know either. I mean, I didn't know that he was going to get on there and threaten my life like the Ashvillian. Remember when the Ashvillian threatened Black Bond?
Yeah.
And I was trying to get a hold of RXL because I wish Meat was up because I don't know how to record the video. I would have loved to save that video. I'd have loved to. But
I probably would have saved it if it wasn't like so late. Like
well,
I probably would have done it in the morning.
well, the thing was, man, I didn't know he was going to respond to me, and I was watching YouTube myself, just sitting there, and I clicked on my uploads to just see because I can multitask on my phone, and then I seen he dropped another video, and I'm like, and I before I even looked at the video, I said, I'm not responding to him again tonight. I'm going to sleep. Fuck this shit. Well, then when he started going off in the video saying I'm a crackhead and everything, and I'm like, this motherfucker's saying I'm a crackhead when that motherfucker has no teeth and is fucking barely has any teeth. Looks like he smokes fucking cookies all day long. And if you know what a cookie is, it's a hundo, it's a crack piece. And Nate knows what it is. But Nate, you know what the stem is. You got to be honest with everybody. But
I thought the only thing Nate smoked was hams.
But I mean, I didn't want it to go this far. I didn't know Nate was gonna keep it going, and see, most of us, I was gonna go to sleep, get up in the morning, and then I couldn't respond to Nate until later on in the day. And today was the same thing. When I was at work, Clown Meat said he texted me. He's like, "Oh, Nate put a video up on you." So I went to the woods and took a piss where I was working, and I played the video, and I seen Nate going off and acting stupid, saying I'm dancing and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay. So the whole day I was sitting there just I was like, Nate tells me all this information about himself, and he don't think I'm going to sit there in a video and say it when he's fucking bad-mouthing me? Nate fucks up. He goes out there and tells everybody shit about himself because he's a lonely individual, and that's what happens, You talk shit about somebody, they're going to talk shit back to you, but I'm going to hit you with the fucking truth, Nate.
Nate fucks up in a lot of ways. Like, he does dumb shit and then he like puts it on the internet for the world to see. And then he's like, why is everybody calling me on the dumb shit that I do? Like, if you don't want to be criticized for dumb shit you do, Don't do dumb shit on YouTube.
Oh my God, this is like this is crazy.
Let me address Shaner, please. Let me just, before I end this podcast. Shaner says, thanks for mostly keeping me out of it. However, when it comes to what I look like, I have never once in my life smoked or done in any way crack. LOL. But I don't want any beef with you or me. No pun intended. Like I said in the last video, I thought we were all cool. Shaner, I have no problem with you. It was just kind of just to piss Nate off because Nate gets very upset when I mention you. You know, I was wondering if he pays your bills. I asked him the other day when we were in a PS4 chat, and he got all bent out of shape, like you were his woman or something.
And you know
And
what? He never did answer that, did he?
and it's nothing. Yeah, and he never answered it. You know, but I didn't. Nate, Shannon, what I say? I mean, you seem like more of a grown up than Nate. This is all just fun, really, just because Nate kind of is being a dickhead to everybody. We know when he trades in a console. He has said this on video on Next Gen's podcast, the intervention video, that he feels like he don't need to talk to nobody. But if I don't care if it's YouTube or real life, when you have somebody talking to you, telling you all their personal stuff, I would never tell Nate anything personal. But I tell normal people something personal, maybe RXL or Old Dirty or Clown Meat. But when you tell somebody stuff personal and then, you know, you kind of act like their friend and then you look like you used them when you just fucking go off to Neverland, when you take your, you know, your PS4 and you trade it in or your Wii U for the, you know, fourth or fifth time, how many ever times you did it, you look stupid and you need to be told something, I think. I don't agree with that. And Clown Meat even was kind of disgusted with Nate because Nate was begging him to buy Destiny. And Clown Meat even said, he's like, I'm not buying this game. He says, I'll go out and spend $6 and fucking Nate will never play it with me because he'll trade his PS4 in. And we called it this weekend. I didn't see Nate on, you know, the PS4 chat. He's been on it every other day, and he wasn't there no more. So I knew when he dropped that video and he was sitting there and he was in the wrong parking spot and Aladdin came up and asked him to move, he was pretty much, you know, you could see he was really nervous in the video that he had to come out and tell people, hey guys, I traded my PS4 in. But then he tells us he'll do whatever he wants to do with his consoles and blah, 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 blah. So if he'll do whatever he wants with his consoles, why is he fucking telling us it in a video? YouTube, whatever you put on video, you're sharing with everybody. It's a vlog network. You know, you're vlogging with everybody. So obviously people are going to give you opinions you may not like, Nate, right?
First of all, Nate's a fucking wealthy. Let's just get that out of the way. He's not even buying consoles. He's just fucking renting them.
I think he's renting them from Rent-A-Center. That's what me and Clown Meat came up with. Because there's no way he's spending this much money on fucking consoles and just trade them in GameStop. First off, his dad would not let him do that. I don't think.
I think he buys them from like Amazon, and then when you return something from Amazon, there's like a 30-day period. So I think it gets up to this 30 days, and he's like starts stressing out like, wow, am I gonna really keep this console? And then he goes and trades it in. And I knew he was gonna trade it in because when we were on that PSN chat, all of us, we were all sitting there talking, except for Nate. Nate's like, oh my god, I love Destiny. And like he's almost like trying to talk us into believing that he loves the PS4, just like he did with his Xbox before he traded it in. Like when I was in that little chat with Zaire and his buddies, like he'd be like, oh my god, I love Killer Instinct. This game is so awesome. Like that's kind of the sign of when he's going to trade in a console.
This is like, you could see his eye twitching. He's ready to trade it in. But do you ever notice RXL when he's playing in his live streams and stuff? It looks like, and I noticed this first when he did a live stream of Super Mario 3D World. It was almost like he didn't want to play that game. You could see it. He's like struggling to play it, and he's saying, "Oh, I love this," but he's getting all these commenters calling him a flip flopper and a fat ass. But he's still trying to play, and you could tell he's just wanting the stream to be over. You know, he didn't want to play the console because he's not a gamer. And then he buys these. Does he buy these consoles just to have friends on YouTube?
He buys them not for friends because he never gets any friends. He buys them like because you can't have a gaming channel on YouTube unless you have something with games on it. You know what I mean? That's why he does it, so that he could buy this game and be like, "Here's my opinion on this game, and take my word for it because I have it." You know what I mean?
Wow.
I mean, who's going to take his advice on anything to do with gaming? Like, a guy that trades his consoles in all the time, and you're actually going to go to his channel for gaming advice?
He never beat that Mario 3D. I'd be shocked if he beat Destiny. That game's short as fuck. If there was one game that he could have beat, it was probably Destiny. Like the last time I was talking to you guys, I beat that game. I didn't even know it.
What did he get to on Destiny? Hold on, let's check out his trophy thing. I think he got to, because I beat Destiny, and it wasn't, I don't trophy hunt, so when you beat that, it's usually like 20% or something. Let's see. Straight up, you're 6. Oh, and he deleted me from PlayStation. I don't know what to do no more. Let's see. I showed his trophy level on, I think it was not the last video, but the video before that. Some of it. I didn't want to embarrass him too much. And I just finished games. I don't even have that many trophies, but you can tell that he just pops the game in. And you know, some of his games aren't even at 1%, they're at 0%. So that means he just pretty much loaded the game. He didn't even play it. Destiny is at, what is he? I beat the game, and I'm at, let's see, come on, is it on here? Well, it should be at the top.
A lot of these games give you like specific trophies when
Here
you
it is.
beat the campaign.
He must have beat that game, maybe. I'm at 21%. I'm a level 21 on Destiny. He's at 18%. So that's his most completed game. Plants vs. Zombies is 9%, but that game you don't really complete it. You just play the multiplayer. Last of Us Remastered, he's at 0%. Strider, he's at 7%. Knack, I beat Knack. I'm at 21%. I played it on hard and beat it for the credits. He's at 8% on Knack. Watch Dogs, as much as he loved that game and he had to play it and all this bullshit, he's at 6% on that. Assassin's Creed, I'm at 44%. I beat it, rolled the credits. He's at 3% on that. Battlefield, he's at 5%, as big as the Battlefield 4 fan he is. Bought the premium, he wasted money on the premium, he's at 5%. Tomb Raider Definitive Version I beat, I'm at 25%, he's at 5%. Outlast, he's at 6%. Resogun, 1%. NBA 2K, 0%.
I'm just curious too if he liked Watch Dogs like he said. Why would he just say, you know what? In the middle of this game, I'm done playing it. I'll go start all over on the Xbox One.
Oh, 1001 Spikes, the one that he live streamed, he's at 0%. So he really didn't get nowhere on that game on the live stream. That's probably the only time he's played it. The Last Tinker City of Colors, who the fuck would buy that? He's at 0% for that. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, 0%. Infamous First Light, 0%. Awesome Assemble, 0%. Velocity 2X, 1%. Minecraft, 12%. MLB The Show, 12%. Rough, Another World, 0%. Daylight, 0%. EA UFC, 0%. Metro Last Light, 0%. Warframe, 0%. And Killzone Shadowfall, 1%. I mean, it's proven. I showed everybody the phone. Nate's a fucking liar. I don't know what else to do. The guy don't need to be on YouTube. Maybe he does need to take his fat ass and get off YouTube. And I'll say this. I would love to see Nate come to Kingsport any day. We could box if he wants. I don't care. We could do boxing, anything. I don't care. Whatever he wants to do. Bare fist, that'd be better. I'd whip the shit out of him on YouTube and video and do a live stream. You know, do a Google Hangouts. Nate getting his ass kicked. We could do that, Nate. And I just want to know, where did he get the anger in the video? So, do you think somebody actually had to call it? Now, what do you think? Do you think Nate is lying about this, or did somebody, like, did a troll, like the commenter said, actually call his phone? And who's going to get his mom's number when he gives us another number? So he's not going to give out his mom's number. So that's bullshit to begin with. So did you think he's lying about this, or did some actual troll off of YouTube call his mom and act like me?
I don't know. Where's League of Winning at?
Do you think somebody would? I mean, I think somebody would possibly do that on YouTube. But I mean, you could tell. I mean, I'm sure you could tell my voice from somebody else. You know, maybe not. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. When I made the mistake of ever giving Nate my phone number, as much as he called, and you know this too, Arxel, how many times has he called you where you just don't want to hear from Nate anymore? He just blows your phone up.
I don't know, hundreds.
I mean, after a while, I mean, I was thinking about changing my number, but you know, I got bills that call his phone. You know, I can't do that. But after a while, you feel sorry for him, and I don't even. After a while, I didn't even feel sorry enough to answer the phone like I used to. But did you ever notice this, RXL too? When you did talk to him on the phone, isn't it like Nate always just wants to get his point across to you, and then he gets off? He's like, "Well, guys, I got my in his little head." He's like, "Well, got my point across. Well, guys, I gotta go give my dad a sponge bath, or I gotta go take my pills so I don't wet the bed." Or he always has a reason to get off after he gets his point across. Kind of like how he did in the podcast. He jumped on, but he actually stayed a little bit longer this time. He had to get his point across to Mr. T for making a video about Mr. T. But do you get what I'm saying?
I noticed that when if I disagreed with him in any way, that I was just, you know, trolling him. Like whatever he thought was clearly the correct way of gaming, and that if I disagreed with it, I couldn't possibly disagree with him. That I was just trolling him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get how that's trolling him.
I hope that, you know, for him saying that, you know, someone called and, you know, said vulgar stuff, you know, on his mom's, you know, voicemail. I hope all that is true. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was a troll, somebody he knew, one of his subs, or whatever. Because if it's not, man, that's like, dude, that's bogus. And you say your mom in the hospital sick, and then you come and, you know, and you make up a story like that, and then you cut your channel at that. Because, yeah, people are going to come to your channel and say, okay, where's the proof at, Nate? You know what I'm saying? Because Dave said he'll shut his channel completely down if you play the audio. Now, if you don't come up with audio, you know what I'm saying, then people are going to troll you. They are going to call you a liar, a flip-flop, and whatever. But, man, I hope somebody did do it, man, because if not, man, I feel sorry for that dude, man, because I would never put my parents, especially, you know, if they in the hospital, in a predicament or in a video like that, man. That's just wrong.
Well, what he said was that somebody called his cell phone, but it was his old cell phone that he had gave to his mother. And don't you have like Nate's new phone though?
I have his new phone number. He gave it to me where he joined. You know, he came back to PS4, and supposedly I only talk to people that game on my console of preference. But you know, whatever. He gave me his number. It was, why did he give me his number? I think it was because we started shit with him because he was being a dick about. It was the last time he was doing something stupid. What did he do the last time? It was something he did with me. It was over League of Winning or something, and he gave me his number. I don't know why. So he gave me his number. I had his number before, but he disconnected that number, I guess, or something. But I don't know. I have the two. What number do I have for him? I have the 280 number. Here it is. 281-739-1294. That's the number I have for Nate. And the number that called me tonight, this number, this Texas number, was a totally different area code, 832-705-0721. It's on my second recent calls, 2 times. You can see the two that they tried to get a hold of me twice. Blow that number up for the people so they can see. But that's supposedly his mom's number. I guess that's so. I think he was trying to set me up because he called from this number. But wouldn't he see? Okay, say I did do it. Wouldn't he see my number on a recent call?
Well, his story is that he gave his phone to his mother, mind you, with his old phone number too. Didn't change the number or anything. Just here, Mom. Here's the phone and everybody that used to call me.
Yeah, but wouldn't it show my number? It would have to know it's me. It would show my number.
Yeah, it will show your number, but
it would be a 423 number.
It's pretty simple. I mean, just play the voicemail, Nate. He said there was a voicemail left. Play it.
I mean, that's all. I'll shut the channel down if you can show me in a recording cursing your mom out or saying something to you negative on the phone. I have to hear it. Like, I want to hear your voicemail going, and I want to hear, this is, save calls, blah, 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 and then I want to hear me. I want to hear me going off in the call over whatever I went off about. When I made a video, when I dropped a video saying a 19-minute video, was it? Yeah, something like that. My recent video, why would I need to call his phone when I just dropped a video on him so everybody could see that,
Nate needs some reality in his life. Nobody's calling you, Nate. They're avoiding your calls.
I mean, I made a 19-minute and 18-second video, but on top of that, I called this number that I never had the number for until 10:30 tonight or 10:48. That's when I first got this number. That's when I called the number, So, I mean, we got 8 viewers now, so I mean, somebody's got some questions. I mean,
Nate thinks it's all about video games too. Like, no, Nate, it's about you being a douchebag.
Yeah, he thinks that I'm doing this over because he traded his console. That's not the reason. No, it's because every time. First off, I want to point out that he's a fake gamer. That was one thing. I wanted to show that. That was a main thing. He's one of these people on YouTube that want to run out and go buy shit. Even though he's got to trade in every fucking game he has to get all this shit and lose a bunch of money, he wants to show, hey, I got the newest toy, guys. I got, he didn't buy Forza yet, but that's what he's probably planning on getting. Oh, I got it. And okay, then Bloodborne comes out. He's got to trade in the Xbox and get that. He's like a, little showboater or whatever you want to call it, or whatever the hell. He's getting on there like a little kid, and he's got the new toy. He's got the new Ninja Turtle toy, or he's got, Casey Jones, or the new fucking Power Rangers. He's like a little kid. Oh, look at my new Jordans. It's just a little kid. That's all he is. He's a grown baby. That's what he is. He's like he says, he's a man baby. It's probably because he was called that. That's why he's saying that.
He's like a kid saying, look at my new toys, but they're not his, they're the neighbor's.
Yeah, or they're rent-a-centers, I mean,
it's messed up.
I mean,
everything about him is just fucking fraudulent.
I mean, we don't need people like that on YouTube. That's what's ruining this community. It's just sad. Oh, so Nate says, he actually writes again. He says, so tell me who the fuck else called my mother. Okay, Nate. Was my voice on the recording? Why would I call your mother? I mean, why would I call his mom in the and I knew his mom was in the hospital because when he did the podcast, he came in the podcast. I first sent the invites out. He comes in, he's like, he's talking to me. I'm go, okay, man. I'm like, I'm doing a podcast. We're gonna talk about Bayonetta, blah 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 blah. He goes, well, I can't do a podcast. I said, well, Nate, if your mom's in the hospital, I don't expect you to do a podcast. So the minute he saw Mr. T, all of a sudden, it didn't matter that he was at the hospital with his mother. He had to jump into the podcast to smooth things over with Mr. T because he was so worried Mr. T wasn't gonna, listen to his bullshit or his lies. And I don't think Mr. T believed him. He was listening. Nobody believes Nate. Nate even lies at the hospital, tells us he has to be with his mother, but then the minute he saw Mr. T, oh, that didn't matter. He had to jump in. Could you imagine that? A grown man at the hospital with his mother saying, hey, I got to go do a YouTube podcast. Yeah, I know you're sick. I'm just going to go do this podcast real quick. What do you think goes through, like, Nate's dad's head and his mom when they see the grown man baby sitting in there with his little headsets on, hasn't gave them any money for fucking rent or nothing, just sitting there, like, they probably look at him and, just very disgusted with him, probably, I would say, right?
She's probably not even in the hospital. He just probably calls her like, I'm coming over, and she's like, no, I'm not home. I'm in the hospital.
Or his dad paints the house so you don't know what house it is. He's like, I keep coming to his house. It was yellow before. I know this. He's like driving up and down the road in his truck, and his dad's like, hurry up, get the paint.
Nate gave her a phone but couldn't afford to give her a new number with that $4,000 a month job that he allegedly has.
And where do you think the sound bar went? Do you still think he's got that in his truck, or did he have to give that back to Hulk Hogan at Rent-A-Center?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He's something else.
I mean, you don't fuck with Hulk Hogan now. You pay him money.
Hell no.
The funny thing is,
you don't want the Hulkster to fuck your day up. I mean, come on.
The funny thing is that he, quote, traded it in, but he plans on getting it back. If you plan on getting it back, why the fuck are you trading it in?
What is with that shit, too? He's always trading it in, and then he's gonna always get it back. And then here's another lie of good old Nate. We caught him in another lie. Shaner spilled the beans on him. All right, my last video, Shaner was wondering why I mentioned him. I'm glad I get to mention this in the podcast. All right. Shaner, I can understand Shaner being upset. I don't mean to bring Shaner in this. Shaner didn't do nothing. I mean, he is actually staying out of this, so Shaner, I apologize for even bringing in this. All right. Shaner said to me, okay, this is what Clown Meat said to me today. He talked to Nate on the phone. Nate asked, or Clown Meat said, hey, man, why did you trade in the PS4? You know what he said to Clown Meat? He said, I want to play. He says, Shaner's getting an Xbox One, and I want to play with Shaner. Well, what did Shaner say to me in the comment section? Nate don't buy me anything or pay any of my bills. I take care of my own shit. Why am I even being brought up? But he did, damn it, where is it? Hold on, I got it here. Pretty much, where is it? Okay, here it is. And Shaner said too, and he trades his shit for God knows what reason, not because I am getting anything. Matter of fact, I chose not to get an Xbox One and do more stuff to my PC.
So Nate lied somewhere along the line.
Getting an Xbox One. So Nate lied on that to the Clown Meat. Said that Shaner's getting an Xbox One and that's why he's getting it. The truth comes out, Nate. You can't fucking lie to everybody all the time.
It's funny, Nate actually has like a few like supporters that are like,
oh,
do you care what Nate does?
For Nate, but I mean, they're taking a bullet for the wrong guy. And then Shaner said, yeah, I thought okay, because I wrote, well, heard different from me from what Nate told him today. My bad, Shaner. Sorry, man. I kind of feel bad bringing you into this. Just saying. Then he goes, yeah, I thought we were cool. I'm not Nate. Like I said, he doesn't pay or buy me anything, and if he's saying that, then I don't know what to say, because this shit is garbage. Nate can be Nate. I am not him, though, like I said, I was, he said, YNDER, the impression we were cool. Okay, so that's what he said. So Nate's full of shit there, too. So if Nate's lying about simple shit like that, then he's obviously lying about me calling his fucking mom on the telephone. Come on, people. I mean, it's just, I'm being honest. I mean, like I said, Nate shows me the footage, or I mean, the whatever, the audio of me blasting him. I want to hear the message thing saying, "Oh, this is a saved message" or whatever, and I want to hear me going off on the answering machine. And if he does that, I will shut my channel down and leave YouTube. Heard it here, folks.
I think Nate's going on a hiatus. I think the YouTube's been eating away at his brain.
I mean, that's all I can say. If anybody's got any other, we got a lot of viewers. We do have a ton. We have a ton of viewers.
But, I mean, if it is, you know, a voicemail on his mom's phone, then if he heard it, he should know your voice. You know what I'm saying? He should know your voice.
I mean, but what is it for Nate to lie? He lies all the time, you know. I mean, I just don't get.
That's my whole thing. I don't know Nate like that, like you guys do. You know what I'm saying? I know of him. You know what I'm saying? I see his videos and stuff like that. But just for him, just for seeing that last video before he pulled his channel or whatever he did to his channel, put it private or shut it down. My whole thing is if you lying, if you are lying, people are going to come to your channel and they're going to want to hear the audio. They're going to want to hear the proof because they've already admitting that he didn't do it. And if you got proof, he will shut his channel down. So now people are going to come back to your channel and be like, hey, the man said he's going to shut down his channel. Where's the proof? We want to hear it. And if you don't have it, then you're going to have even more trolls fucking with you. So I'm like, I just hope, man, that somebody did put something on there, you know what I'm saying, whoever's messing with him, and he just not saying this, you know what I'm saying, and his mom is in the hospital, you know what I'm saying, and you putting your mom's in the middle of all this on the video with a knife in your hand.
Yeah, you don't do that, Nate. You don't put your mom in the mix on your fucking lying. I mean, come on. Show some respect.
Why does Nate even have a video gaming channel?
That's the real question to YouTube. Why is Nate a gamer on YouTube? Like, why is he giving gaming advice if he can't even tell the truth? Nate, can you address that?
Let me start a YouTube channel about some shit that I'm, you know, moderately interested in.
I mean, I just want to know. I want to know why he has. I'm with RXL. Why does he have a gaming channel? Like, why is he lying all the time? Like, let's see what Nate has to say now. I'm sure he left some more comments. He says, "You know something, Dave? I'm done. I'm fucking done." Okay, Nate. Well, you be fucking done. I hope so. After all them lies.
You've been done, Nate. You have been done.
Yeah.
Nobody has been taking you seriously for a while, and I'm sure you're gonna play it off as like, oh, the Sony ponies hate me because I traded in my PS4. Like, I faked your death when you had a PS4. Nobody gives a shit what console you're on.
That's
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm glad that, you know, I actually did make these videos to bring out the truth of, you know, Nate. I mean, at least we just want scum like this off YouTube. We don't want it in the YouTube community. At least we're doing the YouTube community a favor. That's what I look at it as. But, I mean, pretty much, I appreciate all the subscribers I've been getting over this. I got 144 subscribers. I really do appreciate it. I will give you guys the truth from now on. You know, you're gonna, when you subscribe to this channel, you get the truth. You don't get the lies that Nate gives you. So,
You notice on Nate's channel, he's got like 900 subscribers and only like 4 comment favorably
yeah,
to
that's
him.
what I don't understand.
And
Like,
and you're like, wait a minute, where's all the other comments? Like he's getting like fucking 30 thumbs down like 5 minutes after he makes a video because he blocked them all. Like
maybe it's
people,
because they all came to my channel, because I got like, on Nate's, you know, the one of the last videos I got uh 29 thumbs up, you know, so maybe that's where they're going.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm the typical Nate subscriber. I'm subscribed not because his opinion is relevant or he has anything to say. I'm just subscribed waiting for the fucking meltdown, and I got it today. It was awesome. He did the meltdown. It was great. That's why I stayed sub to him to see him eventually melt down, and he did.
Shout out to Auto Did Actus Community or whatever, if I messed your name up. He says you mind fucked him off of YouTube. He knew that you were right the whole time. I appreciate the comment, and yes, he knew I was right. I mean, that's why you know, he left YouTube. I mean, what else can we say? Nate's a failure. He's gone. I mean, I feel bad in a way that, you know, had to come down to this, but in a way I don't, you know. Sorry, Nate, you know. But it was a great podcast. If anybody else has anything else to say, I mean, please.
Uh, no, I don't got nothing to say, but I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I just did this podcast because I didn't want to be looked at like I really called the dude's mom. I'm not going to call his mother. I wouldn't do that. I'm not like that. I'm not going to disrespect Nate's parents. I'm not like that. You know, that's just me. I'm not going to do that. That's the only reason I did this, to tell people the truth. It's just something I wanted to, you know, get out there. I mean, I have nothing to hide. Like I said, if Nate can bring me audio, you know, with the phone thing saying save calls or whatever, to show that it's on his phone, you know, it's not hard to shoot a video and show this phone that, you know, this number that I haven't had until 10:48 tonight, or whatever time I got that number. I think it was like 10:48. Then I'll leave YouTube if you know, you have that audio, you know. But other than that, I guess you're leaving YouTube.
And
uh, yep,
Nate, get your own cell phone, Nate. Stop using your mother's cell phone for crying out loud.
yeah, a man that makes $4,000 a month, you know, that has to trade in all these consoles because he can't afford to get the one he wants, doesn't even have his own cell phone.
You know, he kind of exposed himself. Like he talks like he's some kind of gamer. He said, well, I've had my PC for 2 years. So that just tells you how long he's been gaming. Like he just started like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's another thing he says. He goes, he tells us that that's his thing he runs to all the time. He's like, I still have my PC. I'm a PC gamer at heart, or whatever. Just, you can't trade in your PC, Nate, at GameStop. They don't take PCs. Do they? I've never seen them take PCs in.
And his thing is like, oh, that should show you how little I care about consoles that I trade them in. Like, okay, Nate, let's see your channel become a PC gaming channel, because since you don't care about consoles and that's really where you're at, PC gaming. Oh, wait, he tried that and it fucking failed.
We've seen that disaster, right?
Just
And
more.
you were talking about that earlier, right? The MX PC gaming channel. All dirty, you there?
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about earlier, Nate's failure, his PC channel? I don't think PC does good at all on YouTube. I've never seen a successful PC channel, I mean, that you go to and that has a lot of subscribers or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen any. too many PC on here. I hear people talk about it, but
I mean, it's not really relevant. Like, I don't think many people like look at PC gaming as like gaming. It's more console gaming that's more popular. But Nate claims to be this, big PC gamer. That's what he runs to when he has nothing else to say about when he trades in all his consoles. Arxo, when do you think he's going to get another Wii U? Do you think the Wii U community will even accept him back, like Quan Manchu or any of them people? Do you think they'll take Nate back? I think they pretty much a while ago was tired of hearing Nate's bullshit. I mean, me and Clown Meat too, we felt sorry for him, but I think they were done with him a while ago. He can't. That's why you don't buy a Wii U. Or
he'll get a Wii U when some game comes out that he can talk about on his YouTube channel.
Kirby?
And like
Kirby English on?
Bayonetta, probably Bayonetta or something.
And you know what he said too? That really was kind of interesting. He says that I pretty much bash Nintendo all the time. Now, when he traded his Wii U in, didn't he bash the Wii U?
He usually bashes anything he trades in.
yeah.
But like that commenter, one of my subscribers, but I guess he's one of Nate's subscribers too, or he just went over to his channel and left a comment. He said, if you notice Nate, when he's a Wii U gamer, when he has a Wii U, he's more like happy and all this shit. And then when he gets a PS4 and he's a Sony, he's kind of like arrogant. And then when he becomes a Microsoft gamer, he's very aggressive. You seen like today in the video where he pulled the knife up. I'm kind of scared for my life right there.
There's 3 Nates living in that head of his.
He could be a schizophrenic. I mean, maybe it's not only the medication he takes for not wetting the bed. Maybe he has to take psych meds too. I mean, I don't know. This could be, we could be onto something. Sometimes, when those people don't take their medication, they flip out and fucking do all kinds of crazy shit. Nate might have not took his medication night and just fucking flipped out and shut his channel down. He could be off of his meds. It could be dangerous. And sometimes they do weird shit like call numbers and stuff. Maybe he went to a payphone and called that number and like cursed his mom out and acted like me. And then when he answered the phone, he thought it was me because his mind was playing tricks on him.
I got a little theory, and I don't know if it's true. It might just be a theory. My theory is maybe he did give his old phone to his mom and didn't change the number. And maybe somebody called, maybe a bill collector or something like that. And maybe they didn't curse her out or anything. Maybe they were just rude. But then she calls him and lets him know, like, somebody called and was very rude. And in Nate's mind, because YouTube is his entire life, he's like, oh, it must have been Dave. And he must have been, like, cursing her out. And when really it was, like, just, like, nothing.
Do you think maybe it was Hulk Hogan wanting his money back?
Like I said, I think it was some sort of bill collector or something.
Well, Rent-A-Center, when you don't pay them, they don't have that shit. They usually try. I think they probably came to his house trying to repo the shit, but he maybe he was hiding the the PS4. He still didn't give it back yet. And said he traded it in because he knows he has to give it back to Rent-A-Center.
I think that's why he set up all his gaming shit in his truck. Like his bills are overdue and he's hiding it from the repo man. He's like, I'll hide it in my truck.
Let's remember what was Nate's reasons of why he traded in the PS4 besides the whole getting an Xbox with Shaner? He said pretty much that the PS4 lagged. He didn't like the XMB and he lost connection or something all the time. Was that because maybe he was at a bad Wi-Fi spot or he was using the Wi-Fi on his phone? You can't blame that on the PS4. you know, the Xbox One's not going to give a better connection when you're at a bad Wi-Fi spot.
Yeah, the internet from a cell phone when you tether it to like a something else, that's not for gaming. So it's gonna run like shit. That was his reasoning, and all the games that were coming out this holiday for the Xbox One appealed to him more than the ones coming for the PS4.
Well, what's coming this holiday that's appealing so much? Like what? Sunset Overdrive? Like,
That's pretty much it.
is it just me, or does that game look very repetitive? And they have only showed us pretty much the same kind of footage, the same levels, the same like boss fights or whatever you want to call it, over and over. They haven't showed us anything different.
Once again, it's Nate like just completely clueless on what he's buying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it. Like, I'm a little lost there. Like, and then you know, what doesn't Sony have? Like, pretty much safe to say right now, the PS4 is pretty much booming. It's got all the games you want. I mean, it's got anything to talk about in gaming that's good right now. I mean, what would you trade your PS4 to get in? Forza Horizon 2? Is that the game that maybe you wanted so bad?
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, he has a PC, so games like Dead Rising and Rise, those are all on his PC.
I mean, and then what's the purpose of buying, like, playing like Watch Dogs on the PS4 and then having to start all over again on the Xbox One? And the same thing with Destiny, you know. Why did he buy Destiny again, or no, or?
Well, he said he loves that game and that he was gonna buy it. Again, I just think it's really weird for somebody to just be in the middle of a game and want to trade the console if they like the game.
I don't get it. I mean, we could sit here probably all night and wonder about Gamernate. We'll never figure him out. The lost cause. Jared Grabber says who? He said who's Gamernate 78? I mean, maybe I thought everybody in this community knew who Gamernate was.
I think he's autistic.
Yeah. He's the guy that makes no sense on YouTube. But, I mean, I think we pretty much, you know, nailed the, you know, we fucking nailed it tonight. I mean, I don't know what else to say about Gamernate. I'm sorry that he has shut his YouTube channel down. Sorry he's now no longer on YouTube. I mean, I think we did the community a favor. I mean, are you upset that Gamernate is gone, Old Dirty or RXL?
I'm not upset that he's gone, but you know, I think he could have, you know, did it better than what he did, you know, taking his channel down. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's just too many loopholes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, like I said before, you saying all this stuff, you know, supposedly to his mother, but like I said, people are going to come to you and want that audio. And for you putting up that video and you don't have audio and you taking your channel down, that it just seemed like, you know what I'm saying, you made stuff up. Not saying that he did, but to me, I'm just looking at the picture. You make a video. Hey, you done said some derogatory things on my mom's voicemail. She's upset. I'm upset. She's in the hospital. And then seconds later, the whole channel is down. Not that video, but the whole channel. I'm just saying. It's too many loopholes.
And then D. Marcus Butler said, did Zaire taught Nate how to lie about money? And then 16-bit Gamester said, Gamernate can't shut down his channel. Who else we're going to make fun of on YouTube? Laugh my ass off. And then D. Marcus Butler said, RXL predicted the future when he made the Gamernate pass away video, or at least his channel did. D. Marcus Butler says, same person, is it really his girlfriend having a vaginal infection, or is it him being a straight pussy and made his girlfriend up?
Damn, it's messed up.
There's a
Uh,
99.9% chance that he just made her up.
yeah, I don't think he's ever been with a woman.
He actually said, "Yeah, I haven't had no sex in 7 years, but that was by choice." What is he, a eunuch?
He could be saving
I
himself.
don't know how you can do that by choice for 7 years, but I mean, hey, he's a better man than us. I can tell you that.
No, he's much worse.
Well, guys, I think we pretty much said all we can say about Nate. I appreciate everybody viewing the podcast tonight. We had a lot of viewers from my channel. I mean, I'm just a little fish here on YouTube in a big pond. And I appreciate everybody that viewed it. I appreciate RXL209 joining. I appreciate Old Dirty 33 joining. Anything else you guys got to add?
Yeah, I just don't want Hulk Hogan to drop that leg on me. So
I'll just leave with this message for Nate, and you know he's watching because he can't fucking resist. Nate, you're a fucking fraud. You're a fucking failure. You've been caught in so many fucking lies. I mean, you're about to put Zaire's fucking lying out of business with as much lying as you're fucking doing. You've been exposed. You're fucking an emotional fucking crybaby. I think you're autistic. You just fall in that line. Long bipolar. He just falls into that long list of fucking autistics that have been run off YouTube, like Dangerous 562 and Skilla and all these other fucking, I call them the whack pack. This fucking grouping of retards. I'm glad his channel's gone because his shit fucking sucked. I didn't even watch like 90% of his videos. I just came, thumbed it down, left a troll comment, and bounced the fuck out. Nobody gives a fuck about your irrelevant opinion, you fucking
wow,
4chan motherfucker.
that's messed up, man. That's messed up.
Oh, man. Well, Nate, we got to the bottom of this. I think we discovered the truth. Thank you, YouTube. More videos to come, more podcasts come. Thank you.